What Marwa is doing should not be even a concern to Rocio. Listen, what Rocio just said publicly, it does not add up, and the more you listen, the more you realize that this is not about Marwa anymore. This is something deeper, because how do you go from criticizing someone to suddenly defending them, warning them, and still talking about them? Something changed, or maybe nothing changed at all. Stay with me, because when you connect all the dots, it tells a completely different story. So, Rocio comes out and says, I'm not enemies with Marwa. Okay, that is fair enough from where I'm talking from, but here's where it gets interesting. If you are not enemies with someone and you have already moved on, why are you reacting to even what is happening around them? Why are you still speaking on their names? That's the first question, and we are going to answer it, but not yet. Look at the video that I'm going to play, and let me begin with a new character, a subscriber from UK who gifted them a washing machine. At first, everything looked good: love, support, respect. But then everything flipped fast, and I mean fast. Watch this clip, then we dive deep into today's discussion. Stay tuned.
This lady, we call her Auntie C. Auntie C from the UK. She gifted us a washing machine when we were at the villa. 2 weeks ago, she was telling me that she loved me so much. Today, she was abusing me and telling me the worst things in the world. Imagine she was telling me that I only opened the legs to Marwa. Imagine. Maybe she wanted to open the legs to Marwa, so she's jealous. Lady, mama, look for a man of your age. I open the legs and I enjoy. Maybe she wanted to enjoy it as well, as much as I did. That's what she needed to. If people in a matter of seconds can switch and tell you what they actually thought about you the whole time. So think that we are enemies with Marwa. We are not enemies. I resent all the messages that this lady sent me to Marwa, because this lady calls Marwa a lot. She loves Marwa sometimes. Get a man of your age and let Marwa enjoy his youth with a younger woman. Come on, I'm not...
No, nobody should dictate whom you love, and that's exactly right. Even for me, if I choose to have somebody like, there is no problem with that. I choose the best that I think deserves me.
An enemy, we are not enemies with Marwa, so I resent all the messages to Marwa and I told her, okay, next time this woman calls
For
you
what?
and she promises very expensive gift, just know how she's treating the mother of your son. Yes. So I'm not enemies with Marwa.
Now she's representing herself as the mother of Marwa's son, and there before she was talking a lot of that I'm going to raise my alone, a lot of information. She was talking. Okay, I wanted to say she was vomiting, but let us continue.
We had differences and our personal stories, but we don't hate each other. This morning, let me show you 7.
They were not hating each other, and yet she was very busy reacting about Marwa.
Marwa was calling me, helping me to recover the account. He was also doing his part from his side. Look, Shama from Marwa this morning.
Marwa was trying basically to help her maybe retrieve the account, because Marwa wants her to still continue earning and support the kids.
7.
And that's the reality, so that changes nothing. So Marwa, be a man enough, say no to her. She has been reacting on you like us, yeah. You know, for us to job, yeah, we are in Mboka, but for her, she is very personal. She is very personal to you. Let us dive deep. Beautiful people, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video in this amazing YouTube channel that goes by the name Maxwell Lumumba Africa. For those who are coming across this YouTube channel for the first time, I do reaction videos, especially to the videos that have been pasted in public domain. And today, I'm going to discuss about what really happened between Rocio and Marwa. This changes everything. Ladies and gentlemen, I also have another YouTube channel that I post lifestyle videos that goes by the name Vibe with Lumumba, and like today I've posted a video about the progress about my beautiful land. I've shared everything that is working out in that piece of land. For those who like to support the project, let us go there, watch the videos, let us support the project. Vibe with Lumumba, VIBE, then with the same Riz and Lumumba, the same Lumumba that we are seeing here in Maxwell Lumumba Africa. So let us support all these two YouTube channels. Let us subscribe, like, comment, and share these videos to other individuals. Remember to turn on the notification bell so that any day, anytime I post any video, you people get notified. Watch my videos from the beginning up to the end without skipping any ads. Let us show love to this YouTube channel. Let us like all these videos. And today I'm going to talk about what is happening, because yesterday I did a video about DCI. Today I'm doing some follow-up about the whole issue. Day before today, I did about a reaction video where I gave out my own opinion why actually what happened to Rocio's channel. It was hacked and taken down. And today there is something that is rising. And guys, today we need to talk, because what is happening right now between Rocio and Marwa and this whole situation is not just about drama anymore, because the same issue that I'm going to discuss today is the same issue where I saw somebody reacting on me, because you know, everything happening in these streets. Sometimes when you people were being helped, or you people were in a conversation with someone, everything seems to be all right. But let you people come to disagreement. You know, when you people were communicating, even you were talking about Moshene, you know, for Moshene is about spying. This is what is happening, this is what is happening. Even for me, you know, when we used to communicate with someone, yeah, you get that. We used to communicate a lot of things, yeah. And this is why I'm bringing this story, and we have to share it, because this is psychological. This is emotional conflict, and honestly, it is getting confusing, yeah? Let us break it down step by step. First of all, what Marwa is doing right now, it shouldn't even bother Rocio or concern Rocio anymore. Let me repeat that. It should not be her concern anymore, because if you have already had issue with someone, you have spoken badly about them, you have separated emotionally, then why are you still reacting to everything they do? That's the first red flag. Even me myself, the same individual who is going through some people's YouTube, yeah, there is time we were friends, I have to submit that, because things changed, because somebody told you that Max is dating, maybe Max has a girlfriend, you now started speaking a lot of bullshit. Even me, I myself, I never knew that we were dating, or we were girlfriend and boyfriend. So because you were told Max has a girl, and which was rumors, because somebody else was eyeing this individual, now you came saying that, and let me just ask you, yeah, if it is true we were dating, or if it is true you rejected me, why do you bother about me? Why do you go to channel to another channel, creating division, sending people text, I don't know, Max has done this? Because you're very jealousy of what is happening. You are an enemy of progress. And let me repeat to her, this individual who has been there texting my name, I'm not going to respond to you. That is something. I'll ignore everything. Yeah, I'm going to ignore everything, and at the end of everything, you'll be seen as the most stupidest person in this world. I'm not going to ignore. When you go and tell people that Max wanted me and you rejected me. Okay, you rejected me. Why do you bother yourself about me again? You said I'm building, I don't know what, I don't even want to repeat the story. Let me just go back to Rocio. And let me say this. Because if you have already had issue with someone, you have spoken badly about them. Rocio came on camera and spoke badly about Marwa. You have separated yourself with Marwa emotionally. Then, why are you still reacting to everything they do? That's the red flag. And now let us look at Rocio's behavior. She says she's not enemies with Marwa, but at the same time, she keeps talking about him. She keeps reacting to situations around him. Even sometimes I usually ask myself, was she given something that maybe she's now missing in Argentina? Maybe she was being given a very nice ding ding. You understand it? Maybe. I'm not speculating about that. Maybe that is a matter of fact. Now she's missing that maybe village life. She's missing, you know what I mean, yeah? Maybe she's missing that, and that is what I can say. So she keeps inserting herself into Marwa's life. That right there shows something deeper, because when someone has truly moved on, they don't need to keep explaining that they have moved on. They just move on. Now let me just go deeper. Rocio comes on camera and starts talking about a subscriber, a woman from UK, even she called the name, who apparently gifted them a washing machine. Now this is where things started getting messy, because initially this same woman told Rocio she loved her. Everything was good. Everything was friendly, but suddenly things switched, and now there is a conflict. Insults, accusations, disrespect as stated, and Rocio reacts strongly. She called the woman disgusting. She calls her jealousy, but at the same time, she also reveals something very important. She says this woman now loves Marwa. She calls him often. She is interested in him. Now pause right there, because now this is where now we add what we call the psychology, the psychological part. Now for with this calling here, now here is where now the psychological part. Let me hang this call. Okay, now here is where the psychological part comes in. This is where emotion start getting exposed. Rocio is reacting not just to the woman, but to the idea that someone else is now emotionally invested in Marwa, which is something good. If these individuals perceive that Max has moved on, why do you have this emotional thing? That is why, or that is what triggers Rocio from our end. Then Rocio goes further. She says the woman told us something very personal about being intimate. We call it intimate, with Marwa. And Rocio responds in a very aggressive way. She mocks her, she dismisses her, and she insults her. But here's one thing. When someone reacts that strongly, it is rarely about the other person. It is about how they feel internally. So what Rocio feels internally, because if Rocio truly didn't care, if she had fully moved on, she wouldn't need to respond like that. She wouldn't need to defend herself. She wouldn't need to attack her. Now, let us talk facts. Fact number 1, Rocio admits she's not enemies with Marwa. Fact number 2, she still communicates with him. Fact number 3, she is still emotionally reacting to people around Marwa. Those 3 facts alone tells us something clear. There is still emotional attachment, whether she admits or not. Now let us talk about the contradiction. At one point, Rocio used to criticize Marwa. Rocio used to call Marwa a lot of names before her channel was hacked. What changed suddenly after the channel has been hacked? Because Rocio used to speak negatively about him, but now she's here trying to defend him. She is warning him. She is telling him to be carefully about this woman. So the question is, what changed? And the answer is simple. Nothing changed externally. The change is internally. Emotionally, Rocio is conflicted. Part of her wants to move on, but still cares. Part of her still feels connected, and that creates inconsistency. One day it is criticism, the next day it is concern. One moment distance, the next moment is involvement. Now, before I talk about the warning she gave to Marwa, because she says, even before I talk about the warning she's giving to Marwa, she's talking about maybe the woman is older than Marwa. Who told you that in this life we select accordance to age? If I feel I love somebody who is maybe older than me, that is all about me. Don't never come and tell me that because Max, you are young, you need a woman who's younger like you or younger than you. No, I'm not going to borrow it. I feel where it is safe. Especially, let me just tell us about Kenya. Kenyan boys, Kenyan men, they really like ladies who are older than them because of these. You know, when you take ladies of the same age, it is now like you have to invest fully on them. They are part of life. You know, it is in Kenya, or let me just give Kenya as an example. It is in Kenya where a woman's money is her money. But when it comes to man's money, it is our money. So when Maxwell has money, this money has to be used by both me and my wife. But when my wife has money, that money is hers. So boys are being provoked with this situation, and this tells me another scenario. You know, when people get that maybe, okay, I don't want to speak about maybe what older women do to these boys. Yeah, maybe they get motivated. Even apart from that, now they see like there is no responsibility. Yeah? When Marwa sees that he can date an older woman, the way Rocio she's claiming, that tells you that Marwa is trying to get this burden out of him, because these younger women, salon, I don't know what, so they are all around. Yeah, so you get, instead of being peacefully married, you are now being turned into pieces, and that's the reality of what is happening here. And apart from that, I wanted to speak about the warning she gave to Marwa, because she says if this woman is promising expensive gifts, you should be careful, because she is mistreating her baby mama, and that is Rocio. Now look at that carefully. That statement is not just advice, it is emotionally positioned. What Rocio is doing here, she is trying to remind Marwa of her importance. She is trying to say that I am still relevant, I am still matter, I still be concerned. And again, that shows she is not fully detached. Now let us talk about the subscriber, because this is another angle. This woman, she is from UK, switches from loving Rocio to attacking her and showing interest in Marwa. That behavior itself is also psychological. It shows emotional instability or emotional shifting, because people who switch that fast usually act based on impulse, not logic. And Rocio even says it herself. She says people are fake. They can switch in a second. So that part is actually true. That's a factual observation. But here is the twist. Rocio is also switching because she moved from speaking badly about Marwa to defending him to warning him to still engaging in his life. So both sides are showing inconsistency, and let us begin it all together. What we are seeing here is not just drama. This is emotional attachment, unresolved feelings, ego clashes, and public validation battle. And these tells us something else. Because Rocio's channel was taken down, and I'll be handling these when I'm coming to an end, yeah? So Rocio is trying to maintain control of the whole narrative. The subscriber is trying to insert herself in the situation, and Marwa is in the middle of it. Now, the biggest question is, should Rocio move on? Honestly, yes, because staying in this cycle only creates more confusion, more emotional stress, and more public drama. If she truly wants peace, she has to disconnect herself completely, not halfway, not emotionally, not occasionally, completely, because right now she is still reacting, and reacting means she is still affected. The last time she was speaking, she said that she is going to sell her piece of land to Marwa, and that's the truth. So now finally, or my final point, what changed abruptly? Nothing. What is saying here is not just something else, it is a real emotional that has finally come out. The attachment was always there, the feelings were always there, the connection was never fully broken. It is now just becoming visible, and that's why everything looks confusing. Ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to say this, even it seems that I've forgotten what I wanted to say. Okay, I was saying this. When Rocio ran away from the villa, I came and said there is some instances that will be bringing Rocio back to the villa. And basically because Rocio had to do what it takes so that she can gain. Rocio, the way she's saying she had to open, she had to do that because she knew what she wanted. When the channel was doing very well, Rocio thought she has made it in life. She had to talk so much about Marwa, reacting on Marwa, helping even reactors like us, reacting on Marwa. Now, because now the channel has gone, she now sees herself like the protector of Marwa himself. So, what changed abruptly? Rocio, go back and react the way you are reacting. You will get views, don't worry, yeah? The 50,000 subscribers that you're talking about, now you have 11,000. The channel that now you have started posting, that you went live with, is already monetized. Try your luck. So when now you are trying that, who is this calling me? Now when you're trying that you want to defend Marwa, let me hang this call. When you are trying that you want to defend Marwa, that is not, never bother about somebody's life. If Marwa is enjoying talking to that lady, let him enjoy. Even if you get me, who is calling me? Call by call, you know, sometimes you hang some call, but they don't know you are in Boca, yeah? They don't know that you're in your job place, yeah? But this is a work in Eldoret, so I don't know. If he calls again, I'll be responding to that. But we are in work, yeah? Even that is a work, but I'm in work. So I was telling us that Rocio, because the channel has not been doing well. The channel is gone, so she's now looking ways of survival, and survival is for the fittest. For those who know, they really know. And all right, guys, that is my full breakdown of what I wanted to talk about. Tell me what you think, because this situation is more than, or it is deeper than the way it looks. Let us comment there in the comment section. Let us support my project. Let us support my piece of land. Great things are happening. Stay tuned and goodbye.